Delhi NCR's growing toxic pollution and the air that we're breathing being unfit is gradually becoming a national embarrassment for India. What is once a domestic concern has turned into a global alarm, with several foreign missions issuing health advisories as pollution levels worsen in Delhi NCR. Foreign countries are now warning their citizens about Delhi's toxic air, advising caution before travelling to the Indian capital. The Singapore High Commission in Delhi has issued a strict advisory saying air quality in the region is severely polluted. It has warned children, the elderly and those with respiratory or heart conditions to take extra precautions. Citizens have been advised to avoid outdoor activities, wear masks and follow local authorities' guidelines to be prepared for possible flight disruptions due to low visibility. Now, Singapore is not alone. The United Kingdom and Canada has also flagged some serious concerns. The UK has warned the winter pollution levels in Delhi and parts of northern India can reach extremely hazardous levels, posing major health risks. Canada, meanwhile, has advised its citizens travelling to Delhi to closely monitor air quality and limit time spent outdoors. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time. As GRAP 4 has been imposed in the national capital, the deteriorating air quality is still making headlines for all the wrong reasons, as the pollution levels in Delhi NCR has gradually become a national embarrassment, with several high commissions and embassies issuing advisories to their citizens over toxic levels of pollution present in the air in the national capital. Citizens have been advised to stay indoors, wear masks and follow the local guidelines of the administration, while the government has been maintaining that these are the natural conditions under which Delhi is reeling under such an impact of toxic air. What is once The advisory comes on a day when Delhi NCR is once again engulfed in a thick blanket of toxic smog, with air quality plunging deeper into the dangerous severe plus zone across multiple locations. Delhi records the highest AQI of the season for a second consecutive day. Pollution levels have spiked sharply, making the air unsafe to breathe and forcing authorities to step up emergency measures. Several parts of the national capital are now recording extremely high AQI levels. As of this morning, AQI at Anand Vihar stood at 490. Rohini touched 500, the highest on the index. At Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, AQI stood at 450, 453 at Dwarka, 453 at the ITO, while Jahangir Puri recorded 492. The situation remains equally grim across the NCR. In Noida, Sector 125 recorded an AQI of 458, underlining how widespread the pollution crisis has become. Officials attribute the sharp deterioration in air quality to slow wind speeds, stagnant atmospheric conditions, unfavorable weather, and poor dispersal of pollutants, allowing toxic particles to remain trapped over the region. The dense mix of smog and fog has also reduced visibility to dangerously low levels, severely affecting traffic movement. And with pollution continuing to worsen, the Commission for Air Quality Management has stepped in, placing Delhi and the NCR under GRAP Stage 4, the strictest set of anti-pollution measures under the Severe Plus category. And these curbs are in addition to restrictions already in force under GRAP Stages 1, 2 and 3. Following the implementation of GRAP 4, the Delhi government's Directorate of Education has directed schools to conduct classes up to Class 9 and Class 11 in hybrid mode. Pollution control boards and enforcement agencies have also been asked to tighten enforcement further to prevent the situation from deteriorating. Remember, on 13 December, CAQM wrote to Delhi government and NCR state governments, reiterating compliance with Supreme Court directions and its earlier advisory issued on 19th November. With GRAP Stage 4 in force, CAQM has warned against continuation of outdoor physical and sports activities, stating that exposure to such toxic air poses serious health risks to children. While health experts warn that prolonged exposure to such high pollution levels can trigger some serious severe respiratory and cardiovascular problems. Residents have been urged to limit their outdoor activities, follow advisories strictly, and take precautions as Delhi and the NCR struggle through yet another intense spell of toxic smog. And here's a report from my colleague Aparna Jha from Akshardham. Take a look.
Delhi is not witnessing severe cold, but this is how the national capital looked like today. You can clearly see in the visual, this is the Akshardham area and the visibility is quite low. This is not just fog, but it is a mixture of dust and toxic pollutants which has shrouded the entire city. Also, as you can clearly see that visibility is poor, leading to vehicles turning on their headlights. And because of this, fog-related accidents are getting common these days. Flights are getting disrupted. People are facing issues. Their routine are getting disrupted as well, because normally those who were adapted to morning walks and all, they are now forced to come out of their house around 9 or 10 a.m. They cannot just come out in morning. And looking at the current situation, GRAF 4 measures have already been implemented in Delhi, under which there is a ban on BS3 and BS4 vehicles, also demolition and construction activities. People have been advised to wear masks as much as possible, avoid morning walk, stay indoor, because this situation is like a serious, can create a serious health impact. And also, out of 39 monitoring stations, 38 are already in red zone. That means you can clearly imagine how the situation is getting deteriorated day by day. Also, it's been nearly 2 months and the situation continues to remain poor, because of which people are facing difficulty in terms of breathing, sneezing. Newborn babies and elderly are mostly affected. And seeing the current situation, if there is a prolonged exposure, then people can have serious respiratory illness. It's like breathing 10 to 12 cigarettes every day, which is very dangerous for our lungs. With camera person Rahul, Aparna Jha, News 9 Delhi.